Roll call, please, Joyce.
Board Member Drake.
Here.
Board Member Nysel.
Here.
Board Member Steen. Board Member Van Blarkum. Supervisor DeSclafani.
Here. We're having a public hearing for the tax levy limit override.
Yay.
Hey.
Enters Kyle Steen.
Evening.
Good evening.
Good
I
evening.
missed the pledge.
You missed the pledge. You can do it again. if you
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This was the day Kevin was coming back, I thought, so maybe for his trip.
Evening, sir.
Who's coming back?
Kevin, we went on that trip.
Yeah,
Maybe
he
he
was
can get
supposed to
back
be
in.
back today,
Ah. Jet lag.
or yesterday, last night. Maybe he got stuck.
Well, the first section's public hearing anyway, right? So we need a little bit of open time
Yeah,
for,
like
so if he's
15, 30 minutes.
Oh, there you
There he is.
Yay.
While we're waiting for anybody
Kev.
to speak on the tax levy override. If you don't know, we have take-home cars for some of our officials, and Chad is one of those, and his car that we got him 4 years ago is no longer safe to drive, so we're putting that up with the other vehicles up for bid. And we have to look for a vehicle for Chad. I mean, he's using a county vehicle right now, and he'll be fine until we could figure out what we're gonna do with a replacement, but just so you know.
It's off, it's off.
The red light is
It's
off.
off, yeah, it's off now.
It was on.
There you go.
There you go.
You can move them up a little.
No, you don't have that. Anyone else have anything they would like to share?
I do. That's nothing big, but I do think it warrants an executive session. Sorry, because it has to do with employee.
Okay.
It's nothing to worry about.
Okay. Well, we
But maybe
have
after-
some executive
afterwards, yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
we should talk about after our regular meeting tonight, or in the middle of our regular meeting.
Whenever you're ready for questions from the audience.
Oh, yes,
He did
I
ask,
think we're at
but
that
you didn't
phase.
hear him.
we're always
Full
ready.
explanation of why we're exceeding the back account.
The state requires that if you exceed the tax cap, you need to pass a law to exceed the tax cap. When you do that, then you do a public hearing, and it allows the population to know that you're doing that. It's not something you're slipping under the table. It's one of those freedom of information things, trying to be open and upfront. I don't believe our tax cap, or the state tax cap, is running high this year. Generally, it can run just below 2 or just over 2%. But this year, due to inflation, it's running around 2.8, 2.9%. Our budget is about 2.3%. We're under the tax cap. I do it because for the last 6 or so years, we've always just done it just in case we exceed the tax cap. And, you know, we always try and keep it right near or under the tax cap. Last year, I did 1.9%, and that was way under. That's the reason.
Has the town already adopted its next budget?
No, the public hearing for the budget is actually right before the regular town board meeting in 2 weeks, on the 8th. So we'll have a public hearing for that. If we make some changes, we might make some minor changes. If there's major changes, then we'll have to set another date for another public hearing.
And would it be clear at that point whether or not you actually anticipate exceeding the tax cap?
Oh, it'll be exceedingly clear.
Yeah, we've already adopted the preliminary budget, so that's pretty much what you can expect. So if you go online, you can look at that. So we don't anticipate
Any
raising
changes.
any drastic changes, but it does happen.
Barring any
Depending on how it
Currently, we
goes.
do not exceed the tax cap.
No,
I
right.
just want to make that
But
clear.
it's a precaution.
No.
This is merely precautionary.
So if we don't exceed it, do people get money back somehow through the state? What was that?
You know, there was
Remember a while ago?
there was a few years when they first did this, that
Yeah.
if the town didn't exceed the tax cap, the state would send, and I remember getting a check for $300. I think a bunch of people, there was like a little
January or
bonus check
February
that
or something.
the state sent, but I don't think that happens anymore.
It does.
It does still?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
It went out in late August, early September.
okay.
I haven't gotten one
I didn't get
I didn't get one either.
in 5 years.
Yeah.
We get
I got one, but not in Shandaken.
But we didn't exceed the tax cap last year, and we didn't get checks in Shandaken.
Yeah,
Or the year before.
or the year before, yeah.
We get the star exemption, but
I don't even get the
Yeah,
star
the
exemption.
star.
No, now there's something new. Instead of star exemption, there's star rebate. What is it? What do they call it now? It's a different program. It changed.
Oh,
It's
It's still star.
Yeah.
it's an extended star or something like that, enhanced star.
It's a wishing star. I wish I got it.
Each year around this time, also, the supervisor's office has to submit to the comptroller's office a part of the budget and showing if we're going to exceed the tax cap, and it's an annual submission just to make sure that the budget's healthy.
that's true.
Bless you. How was your trip, Kevin?
It was good. It's quick. And,
Photos?
nope.
Did you bring any photos?
I have a Dropbox that we can, I did take a lot of photos.
Good trip.
Was it as gorgeous there as it was here?
You know, the meat is actually very similar here. It actually looks very similar.
Very similar.
Yeah, some of your pictures, people are like, oh, where's that? Is that in Roxbury or something like that? It's like, it does look like here. I thought it was up in Delaware County,
Steeper
actually.
mountains.
Yeah, the mountains are bigger.
Must have been
It's
beautiful
more like the
then.
Rockies, right?
Mangart is 4,500 meters, so
Wow, yeah,
whatever
yeah.
that is, 12,000?
Yeah, that's like the Rockies.
Yeah.
Not these geomorphic formations we have from receding glaciers. Those are actual volcanic mountains.
It's the Julian Alps. Going into the Dinaric Alps.
Okay.
Edge of those. Is there a specified amount of time on?
No, I didn't specify time for this, because usually nobody, cares. We usually do them during the day.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
just like, what
sometimes.
is the
Usually it's-
appropriate length of a
usually
public
15
hearing?
minutes.
I
Usually
think
it's 15 minutes.
We should
Yeah.
give it maybe
Yeah.
5 more minutes and
3 more minutes.
we'll call it. Anybody have a good joke?
Just the extension of the public hearing.
Just in case anybody shows up or calls or sends a telegram.
Pigeon.
Pigeon.
Not even an email. Not even a text.
We could tell people not to mail me their school taxes.
Lively television on Channel 23.
Stop mailing Joyce the school taxes.
You can make an announcement about the animal, the fundraiser at the, Shandaken Animal Center.
Or,
At the Shandaken Animal, the Saugerties Animal.
Oh, the Saugerties, but that's not in Shandaken.
Yeah, but
I don't make announcements for other
people
towns.
want to do something.
Yeah, they'll have the clerk over there make an announcement. We do have a lot of events coming up, so check the website, shandaken.us,
Or the Facebook page.
the Facebook page. But then everybody says they hate Facebook, but I see them on there, so. So we've had a lot of people use the new payments website, shandakenpayments.com, for their water bills, which has made it nice. You know, they use the e-check. And instead of, 60-something cents for a stamp, and then the gas has got to be more than 40 cents or, $1. So they've used it. We've had quite a few people
that's how I paid. It was very
use that.
convenient. It
Yeah,
was very nice.
It's nice and easy.
Yeah.
I had to put in red about putting the bill number, because unfortunately our software that Amy uses is very old.
Yeah.
And it'll print out things, your printouts for the bill by last name or address. But what happens with the LLCs, if the address is a new address, they just bought it, we can't find them.
Right.
So there's quite a few of those that are LLCs, so
Yeah.
we put in there in the red, just for this time period, to please just put your bill number,
Yeah.
So that was good. And then we made the mistake of saying bill number, and on the bills it says account number. Because people kept saying to me, I don't have a bill number. And so I looked at the actual bill, and it says ACCT, so younger people don't understand an account as a bill, so we had to say account number.
I figured it out.
Yeah, so they're getting on to it. They're learning, moving forward. A lot of locals used it, a lot of older people used it, which was nice.
Yeah.
All right, I'm done.
One more minute.
How you doing, Kyle? How's the baby?
She's the best.
You could bring her one night.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Pass
this
it
would've
down,
been a good
pass it down the desk.
It wouldn't be so quiet, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Are you back to work?
I am.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Last Wednesday was my first day back.
Good.
Yeah.
They start you in a dish pit,
Something like that. Yeah.
sorting silver,
Back in the good
Silverware
old
or
days.
silver?
polishing glasses.
Right. No, they treat me very well. It was very nice to get back out in the world.
That's for sure.
They seem like a good employer.
Yeah, absolutely.
They do stuff for their
I-
employees that are, need help. and
Yeah,
things.
I've really, well,
That's good.
been there a while, so I must like it.
Yes, please.
Yep, okay. Make a motion to close the public hearing.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Make a motion, we open a special town board meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Roll call again, Joyce?
Oh, Drake, Board Member Drake.
Here.
Board Member Nysel.
Here.
Board Member Steen.
Here.
Board Member Van Blarkum. Supervisor DeSclafani.
Here. Would you read the notice in the paper?
Shandaken Town Board will hold a public hearing and special meeting to take care of town business on Tuesday, October 24th at 6 p.m. Purpose of the public hearing is to hear all those for or against local law number 5 of 2023, a local law to override the tax levy limit established in General Municipal Law, Section 3C, at 7209 State Route 28, Shandaken, New York, 12480.
Thank you, Joyce.
Yeah.
Let's ask, do you have any questions on any other resolutions? There's a couple of them in there. Okay. Yeah,
Resolution
Kevin?
11623, adopting Town of Shandaken Local Law Number 523, a local law to override the tax levy limit established in General Municipal Law, Section 3-C. Whereas the Town of Shandaken foresees the necessity to exceed the tax levy limit established in General Municipal Law, Section 3-C, and whereas the Town of Shandaken Town Board held a public hearing on Tuesday, October 24th, 2023, at the Shandaken Town Hall to hear all those in favor and against the adoption of said law in accordance with General Municipal Law. Therefore, be it resolved that the Town of Shandaken Town Board does hereby adopt local law number 5 of 2023 in order to allow the town to exceed the tax levy limit imposed for the 2024 fiscal year budget for the Town of Shandaken and move its adoption.
Second.
Board Member Drake.
Yes.
Board Member Nysel.
Yes.
Board Member Steen.
Yes.
Board Member Van Blarkum.
Yes.
Supervisor DeScalani.
yes.
Resolution 117-23, requiring digital data for planning and zoning applications. Whereas the Town of Shandaken Town Board supports the distribution of information to the public for review for building, planning, and zoning applications, and whereas for many people, the quickest and easiest way to view records is online through the town website, www.shandaken.us. Therefore, be it resolved, the Building, Zoning, Planning Board Secretaries are authorized to require both digital and paper version submissions of any and all forms of applications related to building permits, site plan approvals, flood plan permits, requests for variances and/or zoning changes, and shall do so for all applications or projects brought to public hearing. Be it further resolved that the Building, Zoning, Planning Board Secretaries are directed to provide all digitally received materials intended for a public hearing to the town clerk within 5 days of said hearing for upload to the website, and pursuant to New York State Consolidated Law, Town Law, Article 274A, Article 274B, and Article 277, be it further resolved that the Town Board hereby authorizes the Planning Board and Zoning Board of Appeals to waive any digital submission requirements when such requirements are not found to be in the interest of public health, safety, and general welfare, or inappropriate to a particular request or application, and move its adoption.
Second,
Board Member Drake.
Yes.
Board Member Nysel.
Yes.
Board Member Steen.
Yes.
yes.
Also
Board Member
yes.
Van Blarkum.
Yeah.
Supervisor DeScalani. So basically, I'm gonna add that part, Ellie,
give
intended
you
for a
the-
public hearing. Just give me the,
I'll give you what I brought. I brought it
okay,
here.
good.
And just to be clear to the public, this is, basically, we're gonna take the application, the permit applications, and put in there about the requirement of offering digital applications and site plans and the such. All right, next one, Resolution 11823, resolution setting a public hearing for a logging permit. Whereas the Town of Shandaken requires that any logging permit in excess of 100,000 board feet be approved through the motion of the Town Board and of Shandaken, and whereas the Winnisook Inc., 5793 Winnisook Club Road, Oliveria, SBL 34-1-3 is requesting such a permit for removal of lumber on their property. Therefore, be it resolved that the Town Board of Shandaken will hold a public hearing on said logging permit prior to its regularly scheduled meeting on Wednesday, November 8th, 2023. What time do we have the other?
The other one's at 6:45.
6:45?
Yeah, for the budget. So
Okay,
this would be
so
like a
we'll do
5
this at
minute- yeah,
6:30. Okay.
6:30.
Town Hall, 7209 Route 28, Shandaken, New York, to hear all comments for or against, and I move its adoption.
Second.
Board Member Drake.
Yes.
Board Member Nysel.
Yes.
Board Member Steen.
Yes.
Board Member Van Blarkum.
Yes.
Supervisor DeScalani.
Yes. Okay, we'll make a motion to close the regular town board meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Executive.
We gotta make a
We
motion.
want to make a motion to,
Did you, before you, I'm
Open.
sorry, do you want to ask Andrew if he has any comments to make? Because they're going to go.
Andrew, do you have any comments?
Okay,
Okay.
just in case, if you want to make him wait around, you know. See, I'm thinking
Do you
about.
want to make the
Yeah, I'd make a motion that we enter an executive session to discuss a
employee
Second.
issues? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
we could probably stay here.
We could do it here if Andrew is on his way out.
I am on my way.
Okay.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you
and
for coming.
Ellen
Have a good
steps
night.
out for a minute and turns off the sneaky recording.
The only thing is, the thing happens, your insurance will go up. I'm sure she told you, right? No, I haven't. No, your mom.
We made a motion and adjourned the executive session. We just discussed police salaries and police hours. We made no decisions, but we're still under discussion. We made a motion to adjourn the special town board meeting. Thank you and good night.